You know, it's funny because I remember very clearly, before I had children, I was at church one Sunday morning, and there was a little boy, and he was throwing this royal fit. I mean, he was going to town. He was kicking his dad, he was hitting him, he got himself down on the floor, he's rolling around, and I'm thinking, my kid will never act like that. I will beat him until he's dead if he ever acts like that. Well, I wanted to get it together because I actually have a video of my oldest son when he's about a year and a half, and he's on the ground throwing his feet, his hands, and throwing this royal fit. And to be honest, he's a pastor today, so it turned out okay. But, you know, whenever you say, my kid will never do that, it's a pretty scary thing because your kid probably will. You know, kids, there's no control, no matter what a great parent you are, how you raise them, just the way God wants you to raise them. You can do everything right, and sometimes they run. They run from God. And that's what we're looking at today. We're looking at the prodigal son. And every one of us knows a prodigal. I mean, maybe it's a husband, maybe it's a wife, maybe it's your child, maybe it's a close friend, or maybe it's even a mom or a dad. That's a prodigal. But we all know a prodigal. What do we do when someone we love runs from God? We'll look at Luke chapter 15, 11 through 13, and this is the parable of the prodigal son. It says, there was a man who had 2 sons. The younger one said to his father, Father, give me my share of the estate. So he divided his property between them. Not long after that, the younger son got together all he had, set off for a distant country. He set off for a distant country. One of the things that prodigals always do is they set off for a distant country. It may be a distant moral country. They may say, you know what, Dad, I'm sick of it. I'm tired of all the rules. I'm not gonna listen to you anymore. You know, I think I know just as well as you do now what's best for me, and I'm not going to hear it anymore. Or they may set off for a distant spiritual country. You know, it's like, hey, I'm not buying this church stuff anymore. You know, you've made me go to church since I was a little bitty, and I'm not buying it anymore, and I'm not doing it anymore. There's 3 common ingredients of a prodigal. And I want to give those to you. For one, prodigals become increasingly self-centered. And I think you can see that pretty clearly. In our story, the younger son said to his father, give me my share of the estate. You know, he wanted his share. Very self-centered. Prodigals think they know all the answers. And it's pretty funny because, you know, as a parent, and any one of you that have raised a child to the age of 14 or 15 know that there's a point when all of a sudden mom and dad aren't so smart anymore, and they pretty much, you know, they know what's best for them. And that just kind of happens. That's not necessarily a prodigal, but it's definitely a teenager. So that's just part of it. The third thing is a prodigal demands immediate gratification. And that's in our story. You know, the son said, I want it, and I want it now, and I'm out of here. Immediate gratification. I'm not going to read this, but Luke 15, 13 through 16 gives us the biblical version of a downward spiral of a prodigal. The whole story is really a downward spiral. Where the son started, what his actions were, and just how he went. You know, it shows that the Bible even says sin is fun for a season, you know, but eventually your sin will find you out, and that's when it becomes painful, and that's what happens to the prodigal. What I've asked Taylor and Christina Johnson, if you want to get ready, what I've asked them to do is to give us an illustration through a skit of what it might look like today to see the modern day downward spiral of a prodigal.
Yes, Miss Whiting. Yes, I am fully aware of. Yes, I understand. I know. Thank you for being concerned. We are too. Okay. Thank you very much. Oh God. What am I gonna do? Taylor, honey, I need to talk to you for a minute. Your teacher's called again, and this is the second time this week. Look, Taylor, she said you've been missing your homework, and half the time you're not even showing up to school. Taylor, I'm trying so hard to understand you, and I want to be here for you, and sometimes I don't even feel like you're listening to me. Taylor, are you even listening to me?
No, that's perfect! I get him!
Taylor! Did you even hear a word I said?
What are you doing in my room? Why are you?
Taylor,
You're touching my stuff!
Well, I've asked you to touch it about 3 times this week.
I don't. I have exactly where I want to. Why are you touching it?
Because this is my house. I realize
It's
this
my
is your
room.
but you need to respect us. We give you
I
a
do
place
not
to
need to
stay.
respect
Take
you.
care of you. Taylor! Look, this isn't even why I'm here. Your teacher's called again. This is the second time this week. You're not turning in any of your homework, and she says you're not even showing up half the
So?
time.
I don't need to be
Where are you going?
That is none of your business.
It is my business, Taylor. I'm
No,
your
it's
mother.
not.
I care about you.
No, you do not.
I'm just trying to understand.
You don't need to understand.
I was your age once. I do understand.
What, 100
something.
years ago?
Taylor! Listen. I'm just worried about your education. If you don't take care of yourself now, how do I know you're going to take care of yourself later when you're
I
out
learn
there?
more from Landon than I do at school.
I thought you stopped seeing me. Are you going to tell me that that's what you're doing instead of going to school and hanging out with him all day?
That's none of
You
your
pulled
business.